my Nigeria, a country where we have different humans. We have the people, and we have we, the masses. By the people, I mean the lawmakers. You know yourselves. You're upstairs, you're making laws that suits you without considering if it's actually convenient for us or if it benefits us in any way. Let's take ASU for example. This lingering issue between the Academic Staff Union of universities and the federal government is becoming like a serial movie. You know, this is becoming like a super story. Every season we have a new script. As a matter of fact, we don't even know the season where we are right now with the ASU strike, and we don't even know the episode where we are. Is it episode 1, 2, whatever? Oh, whatever. Now, the question is, we have students that are supposed to have graduated a long time ago. The course that one is meant to do for like 4 years, 5 years, you end up doing it for 7 years. Why? No, like seriously, why? So if you do a course for 7 years, when are you supposed to serve? And then people that went to private school must have graduated, some of them married, some of them have a good job, and you're still struggling. You're still saying, I'm in school. And then we're counting it for you like, this guy started this thing like 2010. Why is he still in school? That's, I don't know. And some of these lecturers and VCs, their kids are not in Nigeria. Those of them that are in Nigeria, they are not even in any federal school. They're in private schools. And then those of us that can't actually afford, you know, the high and mighty schools, especially the churches that are even supposed to help reduce issues, their churches, oh God, I don't even want to go into that. And now ASU is bringing up in new conditions, they're bringing in new conditions for the federal government to meet up with so that they can end the strike, really. And when I went through those conditions, it was like, what are they trying to form their own community or a country? I don't understand. Because if you're a body that is under the government arm, there are some regulations, and you're trying to cut off from those regulations. Are you crying out loud? For crying out loud, what is this country turning into? Like I said, we have the people and we have the masses. Now, the federal government has actually agreed that they will do a sit-down. This is coming from the Minister of Labour and Employment, and he said that after the Salah break, which is the Salah holiday, after the Salah holiday, that there will be a sit-down with ASU to discuss about this issue, because it is now becoming, I don't know, this is now going beyond super story. Now, this is the new conditions that ASU brought up that said that is the only way that the strike is going to end. And they have about 6 of them. And this one says that the federal government should immediately accept payment of shortfall in salaries of universities. This is actually understandable. Then the second one is universities to manage their IGR, that is internally generated revenues, the way they like, and exemption from Treasury's single account. Now, people that speak this kind of English are people that are trying to separate themselves from the arm of government. Is this now a private, are they trying to become a private sector where there will be no checks and balance? I don't understand, because that's where the second condition, that is where it's going to, you know. There's too much politics in everything. In fact, the university is almost becoming a party. ASU is now becoming a party. Maybe very soon ASU will bring up a president, a presidential candidate. And the third condition they gave exemption of endowment funds, then joint venture cash from TSA. Oh, okay. Then the fourth one, they said payment of university salaries scale to teachers in primary schools in the universities. I don't understand where this is going. Then the fifth condition they gave, they said release / implementation of guidelines for retirement of professors in line with 2009 FG ASU agreement. The sixth thing on their list is they want a waiver / government fiat to set up Nigerian universities pension management company. Good. The only issue that I have with this list is the second one, where they don't want an intrusion of the government into their matter, especially the funds. So I don't know what their plans are, but whatever it is. Okay. Recently, the National Association for Nigerian Students have called for sensitivity between the federal government and ASU. They're asking them to put a face on this issue so that students can go back to school, graduate, and think of what to do with their lives. Yes, with them lives. Yes, you know, this is now becoming too much of a log ahead. They should just move forward. Let's move forward from this issue. We cannot now come and die on this kind of wahala now. What is it now? My Nigeria, my Nigeria. Well, my heart goes out for those of us, so for our fellow Nigerians, even those of them that are not Nigerians that are in Houston, US. The heavy hurricane issue is, oh God. In fact, if you follow this thing on CNN and some of them that are running a live stream, you will see that Nigeria as a country, we are blessed. So all our Nigerian brothers that are in Houston, we are praying for you, put you in our prayers. We're praying that in one way or the other that God will come to your aid. Yes, and while we also pray for the Nigerian government to find a way to help out those of the Nigerians that are there. But so far, no Nigerian has been recorded dead in this particular. Some days ago, somebody from Akwa Ibom was even rescued. So we've not heard of, though we have been hearing of damaged properties and stuff, but we've not heard of loss of life. And we also want to commend the government of the US for what they have been doing. In Houston, Nigerians, we have over 4 million Nigerians in the US, but Houston tends to be like a community for Nigerians where you have a whole lot of Nigerians. So far we have not really heard any bad news. A statement was issued from the Office of the President by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Foreign Affairs and Diaspora, Honorable Abike IJreality. The President expressed his concern on Nigerians who reside in Houston, and he also commended the government of US for putting efforts to rescue the affected. Honorable IJreality, on behalf of the President, is calling on non-governmental organizations, corporate bodies, and well-endowed Nigerians to join hands in raising funds for the victims of the hurricane situation in Houston, which is not a bad idea actually. But the question now is, if this is happening in Nigeria, would they be this fast to start raising funds? Because they are now raising funds. I hope this is not the way. Anyway, let's not go into that. But the situation in Benue State and some other parts of Abuja and some other parts of the states in Nigeria that floods is, in fact, almost rendering a whole lot of people homeless. What are we doing about, what is the government, what is federal government doing about raising funds too to help such situations? We're not saying that raising funds for the situation in Houston is not a good idea. It's a good idea. But what are we still doing for those of them in Nigeria? Well, for me not to put words into your mouth. Now here's a good one. NNPC crashes prices of petrol and cooking gas. Yay! Really? Are we supposed to be celebrating that? Anyway, let's celebrate it all the same. Now, petrol before now was sold for, by before now, I mean during the change era, it sold for 145 naira. But recently, in some states like Abuja, Sokoto, Enugu, and Delta, and some other states, petrol is now being sold for 143/142, which is not a bad one actually. So 3 naira or 2 naira is still something, even if we don't even know if that kind of money still exists in Nigeria. But it's still a step forward. It's a step forward. We hope that very soon it will reach other cities. Then that of cooking gas, if you 12.5 kg, which was sold for 4,500 naira some months ago, or early this year, between late last year and this year, it has been sold for 4,500, and now the prices has reduced to 3,800, depends on the area. Some states are still selling at 4,000. We don't know how much they purchased it, so we can't actually blame them for that. Then for 5 kg, formerly sold for 2,500, and now it's sold for 2,215 naira, 96 kobo. It is still something, and some other places they sell for 2,000 naira. Well, we are clamoring for change. We're happy. NNPC, I'm not laughing at you, but we're happy. Things are coming down. Like, coming down. Really? Okay. It's a step forward. Yes, moving forward, we have an interesting one here. Why Boko Haram will continue to attack, says Usibanjo, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He said a lot of things on Sunday, which is on the 3rd of September, that the country has actually witnessed a lot of attacks, and he was saying that the reasons why Nigeria will continue, there's some states where Boko Haram actually attacks. He said the reason why some of these attacks are going to continue, areas where it is actually happening, is because they have a vast landmark. My question now is that really an excuse to tackling this issue? Because we know that the military they are trying, which is the soldiers, they are trying, but do they have the right equipment to fight? Now, this brings me to networking. Why is it that banks in Nigeria, they have a way of networking? By networking, I mean, if I am in Lagos and I want to withdraw money in Sokoto, I can actually do that, because once they enter my name or BVN number, they will have my details. So why is this not being done in other sectors in Nigeria? Because if there is networking in Nigeria, like within the force, some of these crimes can be curbed. Yes, here's an interesting one. Who wants to be a millionaire returns? Yay! For some months now, they have been off air. There's no recent shots. They've been playing the previous ones. But in a few months, there'll be a comeback. But they are likely not to come back with our Prince Charming host. Yes, Frank Edoho. According to the managing director of Ultima Studio Limited, the producer of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, he said the show has been revamped. Yes, so it is going to be coming with a lot of swags. He also told the lovers and followers of the TV shows that Frank Edoho still remains a part of the team, but this time they are going to be getting younger anchor, and they are encouraging Frank Edoho to be around in the time of the auditions of the new hosts, so that he will help them to select a befitting replacement. That sounds somehow. Somebody is replacing me and I'm going to be auditioning the person, but that's how the world works. Yes, the world is revolving. We need to see younger face. We need to give the younger ones opportunity. I just wish the politicians can actually do this. If what is happening here can happen in the political world, then Nigeria will be good. We have a touchy one here. General Prince Adekunle, may his soul rest in peace, passed on. Yes, he's 72 years. He's the popular juju singer. He's a juju musician. He's from Ogun State. In the 70s, the likes of Shino Peters and Shego Adewale were in his band, which is called the Western Brothers. And in the 80s, they became one of the most biggest Fuji singers. Yes, you can call it Fuji Juju. Yes, they were doing, the Afro Juju, Shino Peter. I'm not a Yoruba person, but I actually love the song. In the 70s too, he had tours in England, though he was not so popular in that time or in this time, because some of us doesn't really know him and his songs, but he was one of the people that promoted the Nigerian music industry, especially the Fuji music industry, where our heart goes out to his family and loved ones. May his gentle soul rest in peace. Yeah. Well, this is for those of them that carries fake news out there, the bloggers, yourself, that just sit down and they are looking for what to just talk about, or I don't know, you don't investigate, you don't find out, you don't make your findings, you just wake up one day and you say, oh, do you know that IJ went blind yesterday? Those stories, you don't do that. You don't tarnish people's image because you just want to make a name. Okay, for example, some people just came up and started writing, President Buhari is planning to go to the US to go and visit Trump. Some people said he's going back for treatment and all sorts. With the news that we're getting now, there is no information about that anyway. As a matter of fact, the man is still here. So let's mind the way we write, tarnish people's image. Let's do investigation, so that, there was a time that government actually wanted to start regulating the way we even use our Facebook. So imagine what will happen when all this sort of, in fact, I don't even know what to say. Yeah, the funny part is that this kind of information was even reported in Sahara Reporters. I don't want to use the word disappointed, but I would say that sometimes we should make our findings. You have the connect. If you don't have the connect, ask people. Find out. You ask people that are already in the press. Everybody that is online is now a journalist. Some people don't even go to do a professional course, even if it is not your profession. or you didn't study it in school, you can actually do a professional course on it. There are schools where you can do professional course on these things. You don't just wake up and decide that, okay, I want to be a reporter, whatever comes to mind, or an assumption or a rumor, I just put it, I don't even say, I should at least specify that I am not sure. So the president is still in Nigeria. Anyway, I'm calling it a wrap here today. Don't forget, I am your girl, IJreality. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook on NosyMate. And please, 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 please subscribe on our YouTube channel at NosyMate. And there's nothing wrong in hitting the like button. Yes. And don't forget, the subscription is free. You know that red button, just click it. And then click like. Let me know that you like me. Yeah, I'm calling it right here. I love you so much. And once again, my heart goes out for those of them at Houston. I wish you all the best, and Nigerian government is definitely going to do something for our brothers and sisters over there. Yeah. This is Microscope 9ja with IJreality. Calling it. Bye. Love you.